Hi, kindergarten. I have our new poem here, so let's take a look at it, okay? Deep blue sea. I took a dive into the deep blue sea. So many creatures swam past me. A father seahorse taking care of his young. A humpback whale, a lovely song he sung. A playful dolphin frolicking about. A wise old sea turtle had his head poked out. Then a shark came by with his teeth so white. I swam so fast until he was out of sight. Oh. Okay, kindergarten, let's take a look and circle our sight words. Deep blue. Oh, there's a sight word. It's the sight word blue. I took a dive into the deep blue sea. Is so a sight word? So many creatures swam past me. A father seahorse taking care of his young. A humpback whale, a lovely song he sung. A playful dolphin frolicking about. A wise old sea turtle had his head poked out. Out is a C word. Then a shark came by with his teeth so white. I swam so fast until he was out of sight. Kindergarten Mrs. Castellano is starting to forget which of our sight words we have because we have so many right now. So if you know how to read it, it is a sight word for you. Okay, so that we'll read it a couple more times, I hope, and then you will circle your sight words on Friday in your poem book. Okay, kindergarten. Today we're going to be working on this book. This is our U book. Okay, so let's take a look. You have this book, and also I'd like you to complete this. You have this as well. I will send those to you. Okay, ready? Here it is. My U book. So you're going to circle the U's and your sight words. Ready? Oh, here we go. My U book. Okay, put your name on it. Let's read it to kindergarten. Can you see the what? What do you think that is? Look at the picture for clues. Use your eagle eye. Umbrella. Good job. Can you see the kindergarten? Do you know what these are called? Like this is called a knife, and this is called a spoon, and this is called a fork. But when you have them all together, they're called there's the word 10 souls. 10 souls. Utensils. That'd be chunky monkey. We didn't learn about chunky monkey, but chunky monkey would chunk the words and look for a word that we might know. 10. We know the word 10. Utensils. Okay, ready? Can you see the, what do you think this says? This reminds me of Regan and Mary and Ellie, because they love unicorns. Can you see the, what is this guy called? Umpire. You know what he does? He's in baseball. He's like the judge in baseball. Can you see the unicycle? So this is called a unicycle, kindergarten. When you see the prefix un, it usually it means one, like unicorn back here. We'll go back to unicorn. Look, uni means one. Uni because he has one horn. Unicorn. Uni means one. How many wheels do you see, kindergarten? One. It's a unicycle. My cousin drives a unicycle very well. Can you see the, do you know what this is called? It's not called a guitar because it's not G week. It's called a ukulele. Ukulele. Oh, and here we go. Our superstar sight words. I can read. Read them. Can see you. Good job, kindergarten. Good job. So I want you to, for your word work today, you're going to do your U-book in that page and sign in with our new sight words. Down and big. You can use one word or you can use both words. If you get both words in a sentence, that'd be fabulous. Now let's see what we're going to do for math today. We're turning to page 150. Are you ready? Okay, I'm going to take a big chunk because I don't want to be here all day. Page 150. Oh, I'm on page 97, 103, 125, 139, 145. Oh, almost there. Oh, 153. I'm sorry, can you hear 156? Mrs. Castellano couldn't read her own writing. 156. Okay, are you ready, kindergarten? We are counting by fives again. So if we go back here, remember? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Can you guys do it with me? Let's do it together. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I like it. It feels like a song to me. Very sing-songy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Should I do it slower? Like super slow, like a slow robot. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. See if you guys can do it like a speedy robot. Okay, so here we are. We're going to fill in the missing numbers down here, okay? So here's a group of 5 bananas. I'm just going to double check and count. You know how Miss Castellano likes to double check? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to put a circle around that because I'm going to say that's a group of 5. So I'm going to group every 5. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 there. 2, 5 there. 5 there. 5 there. It makes it easier for Mrs. Castellano's eyeballs when I put them in circles instead of having just a whole page of bananas. I now know that that's a group of 5. So try that out. Now let's see what numbers are missing. So there's 5. What comes after 5? 5. 5. That's right, kindergarten 10. You can look back here and see 5, 10. 5, 10. There's a 15. 15, 20, 25. So I'm gonna 20. I like to write the numbers beside 25, 35, 10. Mrs. Castellano's 10 doesn't look very good. There's no space between it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. So now we can fill them in because we have it here. There's the 5. 5. What comes after 5? That's right, kindergarten 10. 5, 10, 15. So there's 5. There's the 10. There's the 15. What comes next? 20. I'm going to go back and count because I like to sing it. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30. Oh, 35. 35, 40. What comes after there? 45. Do you notice a pattern, kindergarten? Do you notice that 5, right? And then the second number, there's 0, then 5, and then a 0, and then a 5, and then a 0, and then a 5, and then 0, and then 5, then 0. Did you notice that pattern before? Did you? Oh, that's great, kindergarten. The pattern just repeats itself, right? That's what's so great about math, is that it's just patterns that repeat themselves. Wonderful. So, kindergarten, we're almost finished. Fantastic, Mr. Fox. I think we'll be finished it tomorrow. And a new book coming for you. Okay, you ready? Let's figure out what happened last week. Fantastic, Mr. Fox. So, I left off at a very suspenseful part. Do you remember? They were in the cider cellar of Mr. Bean, Farmer Bean's house, under his house, under the farmhouse. Not even in one of his out in the barn. He was in there in the basement in the farmhouse. And there was a rat in there, and the rat was like, "No, get away from here! This is my cider." Then all of a sudden, this woman opened the door and was coming down to the cellar. Remember? cider cellar. What was it? 5 cents. Can you say that fast? Something cider cellar. Bean's secret cider cellar. Bean's secret cider cellar. And now the woman was coming down the stairs. And I said the animals froze. They stayed absolutely still. Ears pricked up. Their bodies tensed. And they heard the door open. And now someone is starting to come down those steps. What's going to happen? Chapter 16. The woman. Quick! Find somewhere to hide, Mr. Fox. Quick! He and Badger and the smallest fox jumped up on the shelf and crouched behind a row of big cider jars. Peering around the jars, they saw a huge woman coming into the cellar. At the foot of the stair, the woman paused. She looked left. She looked right. Then she turned her head straight for the place where Mr. Fox and Badger and the smallest fox were hiding. She stopped right in front of them. The only thing between her and them was a row of cider jars. She was so close. Mr. Fox could hear the sound of her breathing. Peeking through the cracks between two bottles, he noticed she was carrying a big rolling pin in one hand. Uh-oh, kindergarten, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Here's another picture. Can you see Mr. Fox right there? How many will he want this time, Mrs. Bean? The woman shouted from the top of the steps to the other voice back. Bring up 2 or 3 jars. He drank 4 yesterday, Mrs. Bean. Yes, well, he won't want that many today because he's not going to be up there for more than a few hours longer. He says the fox is bound to make a run for it this morning. Can't possibly stay down there the hole without any food. The woman in the cellar reached out and lifted a jar of cider from the shelf. The jar she took was next, but the one jar behind which Mr. Fox was crouching. I'm glad when that rotten brute is killed and strung up on the front porch, she called out. And by the way, Mrs. Bean, your husband promised I could have the tail as a souvenir. The tail's been all shot to pieces, said the voice from upstairs. Didn't you know that? You mean it's ruined? Of course it's ruined. They shot that tail, but missed the fox. Oh, darn it, said the big woman. I did want that tail. You could have another part instead. You could get it stuffed. Now you hurry up and get here with that cider. Yes, Mama, I'm coming, said the big woman, and she took the second jar off the shelf. If she takes one more, she'll see us, thought Mr. Fox. But he could feel the smallest fox's body pressed tightly against his own, quivering with excitement. 2 will be enough, Mrs. Bean, or shall I take 3? My goodness, Mabel, I don't care as long as you get a move on. Then 2 it is, said the huge woman, speaking to herself now. He drinks too much anyways. Carrying a jar in each hand with a rolling pin tucked under one arm, she walked across the cellar at the foot of the steps and paused and looked around, sniffing the air. There's rats down here, Mrs. Bean. I can smell them. Then poison them, woman, poison them. You know where the poison's kept. Yes, ma'am, Mabel said. She climbed slowly out of sight to the steps. The door slammed. Quick, said Mr. Fox. Grab a jar each and run for it. Rat stood on the high shelf and shrieked. What did you do? You nearly got us nabbed, didn't you? You nearly gave me away. You keep out of here from now on. I don't want you around this place. You, Mr. Fox, are going to be poisoned. Poppycock, said the rat. I sit here and watch where she puts that stuff. She'll never get me. Mr. Fox and Badger and Smallest Fox ran across the cellar, clutching a gallon jar each. Goodbye, rat, they called out, and disappeared through the hole in the wall. Thanks for the lovely cider. Thieves, shrieked the rat. Robbers, bandits, burglars. Oh, my goodness. Kindergarten. That's where we're in today. They didn't get caught. I wonder what's going to happen next. I'm wondering, are you wondering the same thing? Does this book remind you of anything? Okay, kindergarten. I will see you tomorrow for Terrific Tuesday. Bye.